Good afternoon, Venice, Northport, and Englewood, in addition to the surrounding Sarasota County areas. Today is Tuesday, it's December 18th, and there's only 7 more days until Christmas. Something I didn't realize until my assistant said, "Hey, you do realize Christmas is next Wednesday, right?" And I'm like, "What? Already?" It did go by quick. Um, let's go ahead. First of all, I wanted to take care of a little bit of business. I was in the gym today and I was next to a business owner and I had an epiphany, if you want to call it. Basically, that where I go out and I can spotlight businesses weekly, maybe twice a week, who knows, and go out, conduct a video interview, tell people about it. And basically, it came along because I was thinking of a restaurant she was telling me about, which I've heard of, but I've never been in, and I don't know too much about it. I don't know their food. I don't know really anything about there, but I don't want to go spend my money because I'm not sure if I'll like it. So I thought, you know what? What if we could do a spotlight on the business? Tell people what you're all about. Tell them, if you're local, what you cook, all that good stuff. And then they have something to base their decision on and see if they want to move forward and go visit your establishment. So I put something out there. You can email me if you're interested in it, and we'll take it from there. So let's go ahead and pop over into the news for today. All right, let's get started with our latest and greatest sponsor, and it's Lawn Care of Venice, Florida, and they do apologize for their website. They're working on it right now. You can contact them at 941-445-3027 or at info@yardcorps.com. And they basically do landscaping, all kinds of yard work, shrubbery, and all that good stuff. And they're offering 1 month of free service or 12 months of free lawn maintenance for the price of 11 months. So basically, you sign up for 1 year and you get 1 month free. All you got to do is mention that you saw this sponsorship ad on this website. So go ahead. The sponsorships help me to enable me to continue on and do some of the different things I'm looking at doing to help the community out in Northport, Venice, and Englewood. So give Adam a call there. His number again is 941-445-3027. And some good things happening out there with Yard Corps. The next story. This is a county level story. And it's basically involves where the 2050 plan changes. And this was a result of a consultant that came out. County and cities love these consultants. They love throwing our money out there. It's funny, on a side story, actually, let me say that for my final moment. So, basically, the 2050, the consultant came in, and basically the 2050 had a gradual growth plan. Well, they didn't buy into that, and the county approved the first group of modifications to the 2050 based upon this consultant. And it's funny, too, when the consultant came out and gave his analysis, all the county commissioners sounded as though they were against it, and they felt that they had paid for somebody to provide a service that he just did not come through with, and they were upset over it. Then the next thing I know, they're voting in favor of the suggested changes. Craziest thing. One of the biggest changes was the location of commercial centers. They can now be placed along major roads on the edge of the village instead of requiring they be near the geographic center of the village. Bottom line is, it's for growth. Growth. I'm one of those guys. I'm in the arena where for Venice, I like Venice the way it is. I don't really want to see any more growth. I think we've maybe overgrown. The development of the seaboard area, I'm not a fan of it. Sure, it'll be nice. It'll draw lots of tourists, but do you know how much money it's going to cost to go into there? And you're going to displace all these people and all these jobs. And I just have not been sold on it yet. All right, so let's go into the Venice stories. This is a beach plan, and it's been going in the news for the last few days, and Josh covered it. Basically, you got a bunch of beachfront homeowners that are upset about this this system to clean the water out. They're going to build some kind of ditch in front of their homes on the beach, and the sun's going to come down and basically eat up the bacteria, and we won't have any issues. First of all, I don't buy into it. I'm not sold on this project. There seems to be too many flaws, but the city seems to be just jumping on it. My second issue is a lot of these homeowners that own this beachfront property are well-to-do individuals. They're business leaders like the owner of the Gondo. Why is it that we don't hear them out there advocating for residents on other issues except when it's in their backyard? Somebody said, well, he's a manager of a paper, not an advocacy group. I'm sorry, if you're an editor of the paper, you should be out there advocating. That's the way the business world is. You can call it whatever you want to stand up for him. Someone said he's a great guy. I'm sure he is a great guy. I just wish that they would do more in the community on all projects instead of the ones that are impacting their backyard and their land values. This project, I'm not for it. I think the city needs to do some more research. I'm a little hesitant seeing how fast they're jumping on it. So that's where we stand on that issue. On this one, this is an Englewood woman. She was charged. I don't have her picture up here. Her name's Sharon Swatch. I originally posted on the Englewood page, and basically what happened is, according to this article, she called the police and said, hey, my little baby drowned in the water, in the bathtub. They came in and listened to her story, and they weren't quite buying it, so they went back to do a test, and they said, okay, with the drain closed, it took 19 minutes to fill the tub. With the drain open, it took 34 minutes, and the tub never overfilled. So they're trying to figure out how her story doesn't make sense, that she just disappeared for a few minutes and came back when it would have taken 19 to 34 minutes, upwards of 30 minutes, they said. So there's some disconnects with the story. Bottom line is, it's probably negligent parenting. I would never leave my little baby in the tub. I mean, this kid was young, 11-month-old son. My 11-month-old daughters would never be in a bathtub with water without me there constantly. No way in heck would I leave them. So some issues there, and I know you had most people on the threads coming down against her. You had some family members come on, and that's understandable. Family members are going to reach out to their and want to get the full story, which I would too. So that's understandable. This next one, we're going to play it for you, and let me turn down the volume here. It's for Suncoast Dentist, and this is a unique thing. Dr. Yerlich, I think it's Yerlich or Lackey or something like that. He basically will clean your teeth for free if you give toys, and you should see the response this guy's getting. So let's go ahead and just watch this video real quick.
Well, for nearly 20 years, a Suncoast Dentist has turned his front office into something like a toy store. SNN local news reporter Amber Stidham has more now on how people are getting their teeth cleaned, while at the same time helping kids.
Good morning, Dr. Lackey and Dr. Swenson's office. Lauren speaking.
The receptionist might be hidden behind rows and rows of toys, but yes, this is a dentist office. The past few weeks, Dr. Lackey and Dr. Swenson have had a constant flow of patients, and almost all of them are coming in with handfuls of toys. For 18 years, Don Lackey has made an agreement with his patients. Bring in a toy worth at least $65 and walk away with a free cleaning and x-rays. And he never would have imagined it would be this big.
The first year, it was so big that I had no clue what I was going to do with the toys, so I started calling around trying to find out how can I distribute these toys, because you can see what we collect, and it's just gotten bigger and bigger, and like I said, the patients make their appointments way in advance.
And one of those loyal customers, Kay Schultz, who's donated toys for the last 14 years.
The two of them, I don't know how many children. I mean, this has been going on way before I was here.
Well, there's such a huge response from his patients that you can barely move around in this place. The Venice Police Department helps out, picking up loads of toys from the front office to distribute them to less fortunate kids right in the Venice community. Lackey estimates about $12,000 to $15,000 worth of toys is donated each year.
They come in and they'll sometimes take a load or two away. I mean, it's normally a couple of pickup trucks and a van they use to come in and get all the toys out.
And, Mike, the toys will be picked up from Dr. Lackey's office on the 20th. And I know there's going to be a lot of kids and families in this area that are very thankful for what he's done and his patients.
Just enough time to get them picked up.
Story of what? Let me stop it. So the dentists are doing some good things. We saw this with the toys, which is an awesome thing for the doctor to do. And then we saw where just this past weekend, you had Dr. Davison Beyer. They had free dental cleaning from 8 to 1 o'clock for people that can't afford it. So I love to see this. Wish we saw more of it in the community, more giving during the season. So this is a good thing, a positive thing about Venice. This is a new one. I'd like to believe I helped contribute to the 113 likes. They were only at 63. The individual created this page so that you guys can basically know where all the lights are at. And he asked me to share it. They were down into single digits, I think, and now they're at 113. They say it was created to keep the community up to date with information about displays and inform others that are unaware and have never seen the displays. So that's a good thing there. And I was glad I could help them out. All right, this next one. This is on the firefighters. Weird thing. For some reason, I've finally been included in their media announcements. And I received 3 today. I have 2 of the stories here. This is from the event on Saturday where you had the Challenger Project and the VPD, I believe, together. Oh, no, this is a different one. Wow, there's so many of them out there. This is the Venice Fire Department hosting 7 local families with special needs children at their fire station. How great is that? How great is that for organization or the Venice firefighters? The Venice Firefighters Benevolent Fund provided the funding for the food and the decorations. Approximately 50 people showed up. I tell you what, that's awesome. And keep in mind, guys, a lot of their charitable donations come from when they're out there doing the boot and stuff, which they can't do anymore, which the county did not put on the table when they're reviewing the whole homeless ordinance that they put out there, outlawing any asking for cash at stop signs. So they're still managing to give back and help the community and the firefighters. I like these guys. They're always doing some good. Here's another one. Here's three good-looking fellers and a lady with them. And this one, they're out there testing new equipment, which they received through the grant. This is a grant from the Gulf Coast Foundation covering $4,600 of the $7,930 needed for extinguisher equipment. So that's a good thing there. The average Venice Fire Department puts in about 30 to 40 classes yearly, training over 1,000 people. These 3 individuals, let's see, we have BC. It says Sean Carvey, Chief James Warman, Patricia Martin, and Lieutenant Frank Giddens. So that's a fine crew there, huh? Okay, so that's basically it for news. Nope, there's one more story on Venice. Sorry, dropping the ball here. This is about a text or a thread that somebody sent me, and it's the second one today. This person had their home broken into and destroyed on December 13th. All their Christmas presents that they purchased for friends and family and grandchildren, all their money, jewelry, safety, and sanity are gone. So it's a reminder again to make sure you lock those doors. There's a lot of people out here that'll break into your house just for the heck of it. People on drugs, people that are in need of money, you name it, it could happen. Packages, I've said numerous times, don't leave your packages out at the front door. It's funny, my UPS guy, he's dropped packages at the front door the last 4 or 5 times in the last week, and he never rings my doorbell. He just leaves it there. And I'm thinking, and some of it was I bought food for 1 month's supply of food in case there's a natural disaster. I bought some Christmas presents, and they were all just dropped there. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm glad I'm not getting any more presents delivered. That's it for Venice. Let's move over to Englewood. I put this story out on the weekend. The Tom Adams Bridge was stuck in the lowered position. It's still stuck. Part that they ordered basically didn't work, and the electric's causing it to prevent it from opening. So they're hoping to get the new parts that are needed to get it open by 7 p.m. tonight. Well, it's expected to arrive at 7 p.m. and then they got to put it in and do all that stuff, and they're hoping to have it done tonight so that they can finally get that bridge back down and working. Over in Northport, okay, this is a story on due to a grant from the Gulf Coast Community Foundation, there's going to be more artwork adorning the hallways of the City Hall. The Gulf Coast Foundation basically gave them a grant for $1,200. It'll help local artists get their artwork displayed. Here's another fighter story. Oh my God, they're doing so much good this month. They're always doing good, but you're reading a lot about it today. The Benevolent Association for the City of Northport and Rescue, they support residents in their fight against breast cancer, and they were able to donate $5,000 for that worthy cause. And I think I just posted some a couple weeks ago that the Venice one did the same thing. I'm not sure the dollar amount, but they did the same thing. So good things happening from our fire departments in Northport and in Venice. Okay, this is the next story, and it's not really a story. It's an editorial, something I started. I think this is Linda's 4th editorial, and she's on remembering your firefighters. Again, the greatness of them. Boy, these guys, they're getting a lot of hat tilts to them today. So check out her latest editorial on there. She handles Venice for me. I shared it on the Northport page too, but I'm looking for someone that's willing to do an editorial for the Northport page. The pay is horrible. It sucks because it's free. You don't get any money for it. Basically, I just ask you to go out, research any subject matter that you want. Make sure you research it good and that you can write good, and we'll put it on here. And the goal is to get some attention towards you. And who knows? A lot of media follows this page. A lot of powerful individuals follow my pages. So maybe one of them is powerful enough and likes you enough, likes your writing and research enough that they'll go ahead and put you on with their paper. It'd be perfect for any kid that's in college or in high school that just loves to write, or any stay-at-home mom or pop. Pop, I say that because my daughter calls me Pops, or father, and they just want to write and make it a hobby, and who knows, maybe it'll evolve into something sort of like my hobby has here with this Facebook page. Down in Northport, now this is a story impacting Northport, Venice, everywhere, and it's the overpass. It's been damaged. You can see the damage there. Both northbound and southbound were closed. I was in the gym, I don't know, around 5:30, 6 o'clock. I saw it come over the TV when I was doing my cardio, and I put out a blog post right away. This next picture shows it. Basically, I don't know how this happened. There's the truck right there. How the guy was driving down the road with his bin all the way up like that is beyond me. I think I put his picture on one of my pages. Here it is from the Northport Sun. They got his picture right there. And what's going to happen is the southbound I-75, once you get down there to I think it's not Jacaranda, but I think Sumter. Once you get down there, I was just reading this. He was previously arrested for DUI, this guy. Hopefully he wasn't drunk this time. But once you get down by the Sumter Ponce de Leon Bridge area, before that they're going to have you route off, and they're taking an alternate route. I heard River Road's just crazy from this traffic, and it's going to be like this through Friday. So if you have to travel south of Venice down towards Northport, expect delays. I wouldn't even consider getting down 75 because they're going to reroute you down River Road. I'd go straight down 41 and hope for the best. Let's see. Problem plague Lemoore Elementary. Now, this is something basically, I guess I'm credited with breaking somewhat. It's Charles Hummer put out a video, basically saying, look, the school board went out. They had these 3 gas tests, and at his urging, 2 of the test results came back negative, 1 positive, for gases. These gases caused the same symptoms that several staff and students have been coming down with at Lamarck. The school board had a couple meetings due to me running this, and several media outlets picking up, and they never alluded to that test in November. I don't know why. I couldn't figure it out. I found out from this article that I posted on I think I put it on the Venice and the Northport Scoop, that they haven't paid that consultant yet, and they finally allude to the consultant for the first time in this article. I think they owe him 200 and some odd grand. But basically, the story is still out there. It's why for so long has there been air quality issues to an extreme? And when I talk extreme, I mean you got 2 staff members on here that have said, when I left the school, one said, I left the school and I went down to substitute. I came back. As soon as I came back here, I had breathing problems, lung problems, and coughing, eye irritation, all that stuff. So if you're having this issue with tons of students, a high percentage of staff, there's an issue. None of the parents were notified. You know, kids were coming home sick. They just thought their kid was sick, bringing them to the doctor and that. And lo and behold, there's several of them. Now you have parents that are pulling the kids out of the school. And I put this article up there because Charles is meeting with an attorney tonight. And the attorney wants to meet with several staff and parents. To me, it sounds like we got a class action lawsuit coming up against the school board. So, you know, I think the superintendent just dropped the ball on this issue. It doesn't surprise me because I remember sending her a few communications in regards to the seatbelt issue or the overcrowding on buses, and it was seatbelts and all that stuff at the beginning of the year. Never got back to me. I've sent her a few, and I know others sent her some emails. Never got back. So I think it's time that the county needs to look at a new superintendent or what they're doing over there at the school board, because this is one parent, yes, I'm a parent of 2 students that are within the Sarasota County school system, and it disturbs me how this lady has neglected to do her job the way she should be doing it. Let's see, the next news. Oh, that's it for the news, folks. Luckily enough for you guys, because I could go on all day. For some reason, I'm in a talking mood today. Here's the temperatures for today. We got Bob Harrigan. He's out there saying 72 for today. It's beautiful, sunny. I got my windows open, and I'm loving the weather. I'm feeling a little bit more like Christmas. Unfortunately, if you can see that there, it's going to be a high of 84, 83 on Sunday and sunny. So it's going to get me feeling a little bit like the Grinch and a little like summer. There is a cold front coming through, as you can see. On Monday, a high 78 and rain, and the same for Christmas Eve. The positive thing out of this is waves if you surf. There's going to be some waves probably then. Right now, the winds are out of the northeast 10 to 15 knots. Seas 2 to 3 foot with a moderate chop. No rainfall. And I know they're putting water restrictions in up in Hillsborough County, so expect them soon down here in Sarasota County. In sports, this isn't on here. I didn't see a page for it, but basically it came from their Facebook page. Their soccer team down in Northport won by a no mercy rule, 8-0 over Charlotte. Fabulous job. Bobcats, they put away Venice. Venice high school boys basketball lost to Northport last night in a tough match. Northport ended up walking away 60-45. And I put that on the Northport Scoop. I figured the Venice Scoop people didn't want to see the fact that they lost. Tuesday, girls basketball roundup. We had Northport senior Emily Buffin scored 24 points to lead Lakewood Ranch in a district win over Northport. So tough loss there for the Northport gang. That's it for sports. So lastly, we have events. See, nothing tonight. Just a reminder, you got the Christmas Carol opening up tomorrow night at the Venice Theater. You got the Venice Symphony Sounds of the Season Pops concert at Nazarene at 8 in the morning on Friday. And then the Northport Club Scene. It's an event for kids getting together. That's on Friday at 7. In Venice, you have the free concert with Swing Tide at 7. Saturday, you can't miss the free Christmas Story. It's free dinner and a movie at the Center of Hope. YMCA is having a kids' night out. You can drop your kids for free, and they'll watch them for you while you can go out and do some Christmas shopping and get some dinner and just enjoy some me time. And then the City Scene High School Dance down in Northport at the Family Community Center at 8 o'clock on Friday. Ending it out with a great Christmas concert at the gazebo. I might go there and film it on Sunday at 3 o'clock. So that's the next few days for you in terms of events. Well, that's today's newscast. I was going to have Frank's thoughts of the day or my fireside chat for Christmas, but I forgot what I was going to talk about, so we can't do that. I was going to cook a calabrian dish for you this weekend, but some things happened. The camera wasn't working, so we couldn't really do it, but I do have a new camera, and we are back live. Here it is right here. So we'll be operating this camera tonight. I'm going to show you a quick meal. Chicken breast, goat cheese chicken, or goat cheese with the chicken breast. and some chopped up potatoes. The kids are gone. Belle's going to be training, and Frankie's got some stuff to do. So Lisa and I are going to be trying to work the camera and operate this in a manner that is entertaining for you guys. So for Francesco Abbruzzino and the Venice Scoop, ciao tutti.